Hello, I'm Count Zero. Welcome to my Breaking It All Down Let's Play of Remember Me, and we're going to get a big arena fight with a whole bunch of wraiths. So, as with our first fight against these guys, we have a nice light patch to work with. So, kind of works the same way as before. And so, part of the strategy of the fight is angling the attacks against enemies so that they stay in the light for as long as possible. So, I think I figured out the best way to describe the issues I've been having with the rhythm of this combat. Most fighting games and brawlers kind of let you do combat in a couple different kind of rhythms and let you adjust the pacing. Here we go. Here's what I was talking about. We're talking about where we have a brute who's being amplified by the wraiths and leapers on the walls. So take all of them out before you can finish him off. Alright. Brought a whole bunch of guys master in here, so the logic bomb should take a bunch of those guys out. Alright, so with fighting games and brawlers, the cadence of the fight is based around your the amount of enemies you're attacking at once and basically how fast you want to go. I kind of compare it to like different tracks on the same album having different tempos or rhythms to it. Like, oh, let's take Black Sabbath's Paranoid album. Iron Man and War Pigs have a much more slow, deliberate tone to them, and that kind of fits with the rhythm of the combat in Remember Me. The problem is Remember Me's combat stays at that same rhythm the whole time. Compare that to the album Paranoid, where the title track is much faster. And with Remember Me, there are points where I need to speed up the tempo of the combat. I've got leapers coming off the walls and attacking me. I have wraiths who are coming at me from the shadows, and there are brutes who I have to hit with the heavy attacks and so forth and so on to bring them down. Plus, I have to do combos to heal myself up and all this other stuff as well. And this game doesn't let me juggle those combos and juggle the tempo and change things up and down as needed.
Le quartier est infesté.
C'était inévitable. L'avantage, c'est qu'ils attireront l'attention pendant que tu t'approcheras du siège de Memorize.
I don't think the civilians would find that fortunate. Sorry about that, I had to adjust my chair.
Pourquoi vous nous avez fait ça? Oublie-moi.
Actually, I probably missed out on a collectible if I double back, but I don't double back, and that's my mistake. Because that door locks shut behind me. So this is the first time in the game where I actually start running into problems with actually getting taken out by drones. Oh, new type of enemy! Elite Enforcers. They hurt me when I hit them. Like, even my guns. It's like a melee-only thing. And I think that's part of the part that annoys me about this fight. If the problem was just hitting them like melee attacks, then that's fine. Then you have to take them out using the charge shots and the spammer. Instead of having to wait for them to charge up and use a logic bomb. Yeah, basically the only way to take those guys out or without taking too much damage is a logic bomb. Or hope there's a drone nearby in the combat that you can take over with the Rust in Peace attack. Oop, and that's the first time I get killed by a drone. So this bit is probably the trickiest part in the game I've encountered thus far, in terms of managing the viewing perspectives of the drones and all this sort of stuff. Because you can go through those middle areas. Basically, what you kind of need to do, I don't do it this time. I do it a couple times in, is actually need to shut this door, the drone on the outside, go in the middle, open the other shutter, actually not totally true, the shutter has to be opened from over here. It's kind of a complicated mess. You have to get the drones corralled, and I can't really explain it as well verbally as I can through demonstration. So, third try. So I need to get you in there so I can get over here, and I get killed again. Remember, there are a lot of scare mechs that I've missed. I'm not shooting for a 100% playthrough here. So, wait till it's out, close the shutter, go in. So this one cannot be opened from the inside. There it is. There's this one. So this one actually do is leap over here. This is a bit of a pain in the neck. Now what I have to do is actually have to go back, open this door, and trap that one in there. Then wait for this guy to go in there, run around, trap him in there. Now I can open this door and advance. It's a bit of a mess, puzzle-wise.
Edge. Je suis face au siège de Memorize. Il a noyé les premiers étages.
It wasn't raining when it came in, but hey, it's probably a 5-minute day. Wait 5 minutes and the weather changes. Ed, you've never failed to deliver, but you've also never really told the whole truth. I'm gonna make a guess and say, before I get sent to jail for murder, is after the causing the suicide, you, in atonement, turned yourself in. I don't know if you sold the rest of the airists, and I don't know if you knew that your brain would be wiped when you went in. I'm pretty sure you didn't know about the experiments that we'll be finding out about later. In particular about the whole Leaper reconversion process. Alright, so landing. Locked and no sign of an interface.
Ah, Edge, ton idée marche pas. Est-ce que tu aurais un plan B?
Je décrypte leur message. Le bâtiment est verrouillé. Tu dois trouver un capitaine Trace et voler ses codes d'accès. Fais gaffe, Frangine. Il est dérangé et dangereux.
Defined eccentric and very dangerous.
Il faut bouger. Où je peux le trouver?
Laisse-moi le temps de localiser sa position.
Ah. Speak of the devil.
Salut Nilin. Je te propose un petit jeu. Tu te rends sans résister, mais je t'abats quand même.
Ah, so by eccentric and dangerous you mean he's a villain from Borderlands. Good to know. Oh, after I finish taking you out, Trace, maybe you can get a job with Handsome Jack. I'm sure you'd fit in perfectly with the Hyperion Corporation. Handsome Jack would really like a go-getter like you. Okay, so this, I don't know if we'll get through it this time. Yeah. This sets up a interesting bit of a puzzle sequence. So, Trace, if you're comparing me to Little Red Riding Hood, that makes you the big bad wolf, which means I get to cut your belly open, fill it full of stones, and watch you try to run away. I'm just saying, maybe you could probably pick a better comparison of fictional characters. So, I'm not sure which way I'm going. Up. I think I pull this down. And then I run around this way. Oh, and I get shot. So, okay, so now I know what I did wrong. I did need to pull that down, but I just continue back the way I came from there. Pull down here. In a few minutes to run back around, to actually leap over before he breaks through the paneling. And get over here. And this is a probably pretty good place to wrap up since Trace hasn't caught back up with us next. Yeah, this is a good breather. We'll pick this up next time and deal with the big bad wolf.